Come on, everybody. You are on the channel for English for Biology majors, which is brought to you by Tzu University's Susan Ye. We hope after you learn this class, you will think biology is fun and to read biology book is piece of cake. Let's go, yay! Hello, everyone. In this part, we will learn prefixes and suffixes regarding to tissue and organs again. However, let's review what we've learned last time. When we talk about things referring to body, we use the prefixes corpor, corpor, soma, S-O-M-A, somato, S-O-M-A-T-O, and also there's a suffix, some, S-O-M-E. When we want to describe things that are related to our mind or soul, we use the prefix ment, M-E-N-T, psych, P-S-Y-C-H, psycho, P-S-Y-C-H-O. For referring to head, we use the prefix capit, C-A-P-I-T, cephal, C-E-P-H-A-L, and the suffix cephalus, C-E-P-H-A-L-U-S. When we talk about hair, we use two prefixes, P-I-L and T-R-I-C-H, and also the suffix strix, T-H-R-I-X. To talk about face, we use two prefixes, F-A-C-I and P-R-O-S-O-P. For forehead, we use one prefix, front, F-R-O-N-T. Now let's proceed to the second part of lesson 9. We will start learning how to say our eyes, nose, ears, mouth in professional prefixes and suffixes. When we talk about things that are related to our eye, we use two prefixes, ocule, O-C-U-L, and O-P-H-T-H-A-L-M. Let's see our example. Our example for O-C-U-L or O-C-U-L-O is oculomotor nerve. Oculomotor nerve in this picture is drawn as yellow or orange line. The oculomotor nerve is the third cranial nerve. It enters the orbit by the superior orbital fissure and innervate muscles that enable most movement of the eye and that raise the eyelid. The nerve also contains fibers that innervate the muscles that enable the pupillary constriction and the accommodation, so our eyes can focus on near project as in reading, and it can focus on the far project when we are sightseeing. For O-P-H-T-H-A-L-M, our example is ophthalmalgia. What is a ophthalmalgia? Ophthalmalgia is pain in the eye. Sometimes I have migraines. I also have ophthalmalgia. Let's review what we just learned. When we talk about things that are referring to our eye, we use two prefixes, O-C-U-L and also O-P-H-T-H-A-L-M. When we talk about eyelid, we use two prefixes, B-L-E-P-H-A-R and C-I-L-I. Our example for B-L-E-P-H-A-R is blepharoplegia. Blepharoplegia is the paralysis of an eyelid or both muscles of the eyelid, which will make us hard to open our eyes. That's blepharoplegia. And our example for CIL or CILI is cilia. Cilia has two meanings. The first one is referring to the eyelashes, as we show in this picture, the hair growing out on the edges of the eyelid. It can also mean the minute, vibrate hair-like structure that project from the surface of a cell and are composed of 9 pairs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pairs of microtubule arrayed around a central pair, these two, anchored to the cellular cortex by basal body. That's also called cilia. Let's review what we just learned. For talking about eyelid, we can use the professional prefix BLEPHAR or CILI. Next, when we want to talk to our ear, we can use two prefixes, AURI, ORI, or OTO. Let's see our example. AURI, our example is auricular confession. Auricular confession is the traditional style of confessional, which allows the priest sitting in the middle to hear people on the alternating side, either this side or that side in the church, because the priest cannot see those people who come to give confession. So it's called auricular confession, means they only listen. Our example for OTO is otography. Otography is a description of the ear. Now, when the doctor is examining your ear and he wrote a description about your ear, that's a otography. Let's review what we just learned. When we want to describe things that are related to our ear, we use two prefixes, AURI, ORI, and OTO. Next, when we are going to talk to our nose, we can use two professional prefixes, nasal, NASO, and rhino, RHINO. Our example for nasal is nasopharynx. Nasopharynx is the upper part of the pharynx, connecting with the nasal cavity above the soft palate. This is the nasal cavity. And then our pharynx, the upper part is the nasopharynx, and the middle part is the oropharynx. We just learned ORO. And the lower part is the laryngopharynx. Our example for rhino is rhinosinusitis. Rhinosinusitis is the inflammation of the paranasal sinuses. It actually hurts a lot. And when we learn this prefix, have you ever wondered that there's an animal called rhinoceros? Is it related to this prefix? Yes, it does. Rhinoceros, actually, this word is originated from Greek. In Greek, it spells as rhinoceros, RHINOKEROS. The literary meaning of rhinoceros is nose horn. So it is talking about the rhinoceros having horn on its nose. Let's review what we learned for nose. When we want to talk about our nose, we use two prefixes, nasal, N-A-S-O, and rhino, R-H-I-N-O. For any of you who might have a nasal allergy, you can go to the pharmacy to buy nasal spray. That's also a use for this prefix, nasal spray. When we want to talk about mouth, we can use three prefixes, oral, O-R-O, and stomo, S-T-O-M-O, and the stomato, S-T-O-M-A-T-O. Let's see our example. Our example for oral, O-R-O, is oral nasal mask. Oral nasal mask is the mask that people use to cover their nose and the mouth. Okay. And our example for stomo is stomascosis. Stomascosis is commonly called cleft lip. Cleft lip is a congenital cleft or defect in the upper lip, usually due to complete or partial failure of migration and the deposit of the mesoderm around or over the head in the embryo, which consequently cause the symptom as a cleft lip. It may be unilateral, bilateral, or median, and may be accompanied by maxillary and palatal defects. The baby in this picture is having a unilateral stomascosis. Our example for stomato is stomatoplasty. Stomatoplasty is the plastic repair of defects or reconstruction of the mouth. Like this baby, when she's 6 months old, she has a really severe stomascosis, but they operate on her when she's 7 months old, and when she grows to 8-year-old, you can hardly see the scar that left after her operation. So this is called stomatoplasty. Let's review what we just learned. When we want to talk to mouth, we can use three prefixes, oral, O-R-O, stomo, S-T-O-M-O, and the stomato, S-T-O-M-A-T-O. To talk about tongue, we can use three prefixes too, glossal, G-L-O-S-S-O, glottal, G-L-O-T-T-O, and the lingual, L-I-N-G-U-O. Let's see our example. For glossal, our example is glossancus. Glossancus is the swelling of the tongue. And the suffix oncus, it is from Greek, means mass, becoming big. So that means our tongue is swollen. So glossancus. And our example for glotto is glottology. Glottology is the science of knowledge regarding of the tongue. And our example for lingual, L-I-N-G-U-O, is linguodental. Linguodental is referring to things that are related to tongue. That's lingual, and the teeth, that's dental. Let's review what we just learned. When we talk about tongue, we use three prefixes, glossal, G-L-O-S-S-O, glottal, G-L-O-T-T-O, and lingual, L-I-N-G-U-O. We have finished the second part of lesson 9. Now let's review what we learned in this part. For I, O-C-U-L, ocule, and OPHTHALM. For eyelid, blepher, BLEPHAR, and CILI. For ear, auri, AURI, and auto, OTO. For nose, we have nasal, NASO, and rhino, RHINO. For mouth, we have oral, ORO, and STOMO, and STOMATO. And the last one, for tongue, we have glossal, GLOSSO, glottal, GLOTTO, and lingual, LINGUO. We have finished the prefixes and suffixes for this part of lesson 9. Next time when we come back, we will start to learn the last part of the lesson 9. See ya! English for Biology Major is brought to you by TCU's English for Biology Major course team. If you have any questions, don't forget to visit our FB fans page. The website is here, and you can also scan the QR code to reach to our FB fans page. This course is sponsored by Centers for Faculty Development and Instructional Resources of TCU.